Doki Genyo everyone, the Starlight Let's Player is here, and welcome to part 3 of Doki Pretty Cure Narikari Life. So this time we're going to be switching over to Cure Diamond this time, or aka Rikka. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing this through this game with all 4 of the main characters here, you know, just to make things more fair. It'd be a bit unfair if I actually played as one character throughout the whole thing. I wanted to go through this game with all 4 of the main Doki Pretty Good characters. Like I said before, you can't play as Agiri in her human form. You can only play as her in her Cure Ace form, and it's only in a minigame. And speaking of Cure Ace, we're going back into the rhythm minigame. So one thing I forgot to mention, there are gonna be points to where you will have to replay some of the mini games again in order to progress through the actual story. But I wouldn't really call this much of a story though, considering that, you know, there's no chapters or anything. You just like keep playing the exact same mini games over and over again and over again until you get like the next part of the till you get more dialogue and cutscenes in order to progress to the next set of mini games. So yeah. So this time we're playing as Cure Ace, and in this mini game, you don't get to play Love Link in this mini game. No. You can only play this you can only play this in another mini game, which we will unlock later in this video. But this is actually a different type of song. I wouldn't really call this more of a song. It's just more of an actual instrumental, to be honest, or just a beat, to be fair, because there's no lyrics, and I'm not sure if this track is even in the original Doki OST, because it's been a while since I've heard the Doki OST. The only kinds of music I can remember from the OST is the monster theme, or it's the MOCW theme, the transformation theme, as well as the attack themes as well. And I will admit, those are actually pretty great. So I will say this one actually got more challenging. So I got on the hard difficulty on this track here, but the hearts will come out a bit faster, and as you can see, they also come in different groups, making it a bit difficult for me to even tap them all at the same time. At least the blue hearts are still easy enough to tap on, so I will give credit on that. And just like before, we gotta see Cure Ace's attack. And I will say, her attacks are pretty much the most unique out of the 5 in Doki. It's still a bit corny though, but it's still unique in its own way. I will give credit on that. Look at that. See, some of the notes I actually missed by accident because I was trying to tap on them in time, but I just couldn't. So I thought I really fucked it up. I thought I really fucked it up at that point because, you know, the amount of notes I missed. And I was expecting to get a silver medal on this one, but surprisingly, I got a gold medal. So I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess that you don't really have to be perfect on these mini games. You just gotta make sure you get like you just gotta make sure you get a respectable score in order to get the gold medal. That probably explains a lot. Either way, we still got a few more mini games to unlock here before we can actually complete this game. Though I will say we are about almost done with this game, to be honest. So anyway, we're gonna retry. We're gonna do the this mini game once again. This time I'm doing this on the normal difficulty. So, you know, I had people in my comment section, you know, in my video talking about the 5 worst Pretty seasons. I've had people say that I have people that actually do like Healing Good, but actually while also respecting my opinion. And I will say to you all, you know, keep on enjoying Healing Good, even though it's not really for me. I am glad that you were able to get some enjoyment out of that. So I can at least, so I can actually appreciate the amount of respect being given to these videos, as long as we don't like go down the road of, you know, total disrespect or anything like that. Because let me tell you, you know, I had a few people, you know, getting on my videos, you know, showing disrespect, you know, claiming that, you know, some people claiming that I might be bitching about the quote 20th anniversary, even though that's not really the case. I said what I said in these videos. I only criticized the actions that Toei were doing with Pretty. I was giving out, and I was also giving examples of their IPs that they own and that they've actually done legitimate anniversaries on. They've done the 30th anniversary of Sailor Moon. They've done multiple anniversaries for Dragon Ball. And like some people may argue that Toei did not barely even acknowledge some of the anniversaries of the Dragon Ball franchise. But even so, it still pretty much counts. Even if they barely did it, they still did it anyway. So my point still stands about what I said about these anime actually having legitimate anniversaries. I honestly don't think Pretty Cure has some legitimate anniversaries other than Happiness Charge. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. And the fact that some people tried to make it that Doki Doki is the true 10th anniversary, I'm sorry, but I just hardly 100,000 times disagree with that statement. I'm sorry, but I really hate to say this, but I'm sorry, but people who say that Doki Doki is the true 10th anniversary is 100% wrong. That's just how I feel. Like, we can, there's nothing wrong with respecting others' opinions, but this is by far one of the, I really hate to go down this route, but that is honestly one of the most shittiest opinions I would actually hear. That's just how I feel. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I just still think that Happiness Charge is the true and better anniversary. That's just how I feel about that. If you feel some different type of way, then, you know, whatever. You know, I might raise an eyebrow, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So anyways, rant aside, let's continue on with the game. We were able to get to the next stage, and this time we got a few new mini games coming ahead. And one of them is gonna be a very, very interesting, I will tell you. We're gonna be going into our Hatsune Miku type of vibe here. Sort of. Or Love Live, whichever you want to call it. Or even Pre-Power. Whichever one. But we're going into that whole idol phase. So as you can see there, we got to defeat the Chikochu. And yeah, this is another mini game, another rhythm mini game, which is actually the second one, by the way. There are three rhythm mini games in here, and two of them are the exact same, but one of them is pretty different. And I will show that in part 4, so stick around for that. But anyway, once again, we gotta transform. This time we're transforming with Kira Diamond. In fact, one of my friends actually considered Kira Diamond as their favorite Pretty Cure, which I can pretty much, you know, honestly understand. I mean, you know, I will say, like I said before, all the Doki Doki Cures, they've actually gotten a respectable amount of screen time and character development, with the exception of one. That's just how I feel about that's just my opinion. You know, feel free to disagree or agree if you think that, or if you think that my opinion is, or if you think what I said is pretty valid. But anyways, for this mini game, well, yeah. So, so for this mini game, you basically have to tap on the stars that pop up. There are gonna be moments to where you were at. There are gonna be moments to where it doesn't really feel like you're actually performing. It just feel like you're actually like, you know, it actually feels more like a runway or something like that. You basically just tap on the stars that'll create a line. You got to keep doing that in order to create a lovey. And if you don't do that in time before the timer runs out, then that's a fail, and you have to move on to the next one. It's basically you trying to go for a really good score, even though they really don't really show any scores. But anyway, but yeah. This minigame comes in different shapes. You know, you got the hearts, you got the triangles, you got the squares, and you got the circles as well. And by the way, the song being played in the background is Love Link by Hitomi Yoshida, which is the second ending theme of Doki Doki Pretty. And I will admit, it's actually a pretty great song. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't really compare to Beyond the Sky, in my opinion. I still think that song is the #1 ending theme, in my opinion. But, I'm not. But let me know in the comment section on which particular ending theme is your favorite. I'm curious to hear which one. I'm really curious to hear which one. And like I said, Yell For You by the Haguso team. That is my second favorite ending theme. But anyway, that does it for this minigame. We got a gold medal on that. So it's just 8 shapes you gotta go through. There are 3 difficulties. And let me tell you, the hardest, I will tell you this. The hard difficulty is much challenging. And you'll find out once we get to the part 4. So now we got Diamond's special attack, which is the Diamond Swirl. However you pronounce it. There we go. We got our 5 hearts. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother spinning all of these now that I know what I have to do throughout this whole game. Just repeat some of the same mini games until you get to the new ones. And I'm guessing this is probably why, like, you know, on one hand, I'm really glad that they add more content in this game. But on the other hand, the fact that I have to repeat some of the same mini games just to get to the newer ones, it is a bit off-putting, a bit more. And I feel like it's just an excuse to try and pad out the game to make it a bit longer. I mean, it's a Nintendo handheld game. It's okay for these games to be short. It's okay for these games to be short and actually have short playthroughs. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually have short stories. It doesn't really cost much to try and make this game. It doesn't really cost much to do a lot on this game. It's perfectly fine. No need for repetition. That's just how I feel. But anyways, we're on to the last minigame for this part. You basically just have to click on the fruit and they will hop right into the basket. Simple as that. This is probably the easiest one, as you're just tapping on the all the fruit there. You got your grapes, you got your oranges, you got your melons, you got your peaches, you got your strawberries. And to say all fruit, yet there's only one berry, yet there's also one berry in there. Talk about contradicting itself. Either way, that's another golden medal right there. It's easily probably the most easiest mini game of them all. So yeah, we still have another new mini game that we have to go through, but I'm going to save that for the fourth part, for part 4. So without further ado, let's see which cure we get this time. God damn it, again! We got Cure Rosetta again! Oh boy. It's like this game is really wanting me to play as her so badly. And speaking of which, that will be the next cure we're going to be playing as in part 4, so stay tuned for that. But until then, this is the Starlight Let's Play signing out. As always, Doki Genyo, and have a startastic day, everyone.
I knew I would fulfill my dream, yeah. They knew I started from the bottom, now I made it, yeah. The possibilities are endless, yeah, I say, yeah. I got the roots and I got everything I need, yeah. And now I'm chilling with a pretty gentle lady, yeah. She got a kind of gentle personality, yeah. She got them curvy hips and a booty for booty, yeah.